Alrighty, day 22 of my hydroponics experiment. Got some squash growing. Female right there. Female right there. I only see males over here on this side. Maybe they'll produce a female though. Cucumber plant looks great. It's quiet in here right now because the power, we just had a power outage. So hopefully it'll be back on so they can get them some oxygen. Here's the tomato plant. It's growing real well. Looks good. This one right here has got more blooms on it. It's going to be producing some tomatoes pretty soon. Day 22. Come out here this morning, but I am seeing some blooms. Oh, there's a bloom right there starting. Cucumber plant's getting huge. Tomato plant's getting huge. This tomato plant's doing much better. Growing really well. Wow. We're going to be trying to fertilize this one pretty soon, probably toward the end of the week, the way it's growing. Morning. It is a rainy Tuesday morning here, and I've got an open male plant right there and an open female plant right there. So I'm going to fertilize it with this one right here. I can either break off that and put the stamen directly on this portion right here, or I can take a little Q-tip and do it that way. Cucumber plant's looking good. Tomato plant is looking good. This tomato plant's looking great. It's huge. I still don't see any baby tomatoes yet, but we're gonna get some, I'm hoping. Plant looks healthy, smells great. Our pump sounds loud as hell. Alrighty, because this is a closed system and bees and bugs can't get in here to pollinate, I'm going to pollinate the plant myself. So I'm going to take a little bit of this right here. And see, we got some of it up there. If you can see it. And we're going to go over to the other, go over to the female. The female is the one that actually has the fruit on it right there. I'm going to take some of this and put it directly at the base of that flower. I probably can't show it to you, but that's what I'm going to do. Here's something really interesting if you've not noticed it before. If you look at the inside of the male flower, it looks like he's got a little penis right there. And if you look at the inside of the female, we don't want to damage it. Looks like it's got a little vagina or a little clitoris. Just some plant sexuality. Righty. Squash plant's got another bloom opened up right here. We're gonna have to fertilize it, but it looks kind of droopy today. I'm gonna have to check the fluid levels because I may have to add to the fluid levels because it doesn't look as perky as it has been. The cucumber plant looks really good. I'm gonna have to start staking this one up. This one's kind of leaning to the side. This one right here is doing well, doing quite well here. So that you get a good look. You see how the roots are coming out of the bottom here. I added some more fluid to my tank here, the reservoir, and the pH has actually gotten a little bit more basic, and I have to make it a little bit more acidic. I'm gonna add some more nutrients to it so that our parts per million are a lot better. It's producing fruits and flowers now, so it needs better nutrients. Alrighty, that looked like it perked up the plant by changing the parts per million and the pH this morning. It was a little bit low and I had to add some more nutrients to it. Everything else looks the same. Tomato plant looks good. This one looking good too. This one going to probably have to have its nutrients changed when it starts producing tomatoes. But right now it looks pretty good. Yeah, squash plant has rebounded, looks good, standing up, changing the fluids, made a big difference. Cucumber plant looks good. This one's gonna have to be caged pretty soon. And this one I'm probably gonna need to change the concentration. I'm noticing some shriveled up leaves right here, and I don't know why they would be shriveled up unless they're not getting adequate hydration. So I've got to check the water level. Squash is getting really big this morning. We got 3 of them now, 3 females. This one over here, I'm not seeing any females on here. I'm only seeing males on this one here. Maybe that'll change. The cucumber plant's getting longer and longer. I'm gonna have to stake it up pretty soon. Tomato plant's gonna have to be staked up pretty soon. And this one, I'm kind of concerned here, because this one, the leaves are looking kind of shriveled up, like it's not getting something. Maybe I think the roots are probably not touching the water, and I need to increase the nutrient supply. Alrighty, I had to increase my water level here a little bit, guys. You can see the roots, they're growing spectacular. The pH had gone up a little bit too. It had gone, because it was down to 5.5 and now it's up to 6.5, so I had to lower the pH down to about 6. I added some more nutrients to it, added some more water to it, added some Cal Mag to it and some Silica Burst, and I got my concentration up to about 900 ppms. The ppms were about 500 ppm, so hopefully that'll make a big difference, and we'll start to get some tomatoes here shortly. Alrighty, we got us some squash here. We got us a bunch of male flowers starting to bloom over here. I still haven't seen any female squash, but we got female squash over here on this one. So I fertilized the bigger ones. That little one right there, I haven't fertilized it yet. Cucumber plant is starting to vine a little bit, but no flowers are present yet. Tomato plant's looking good. This one right here, there's something going on with it. The leaves are starting to get kind of shriveled up here. Right there, that one's starting to shrivel up, and I don't know why. I changed the parts per million concentration, and it is actually looking better than it looked yesterday. So maybe it needed a new pH. The pH needed to be lowered, and also the parts per million raised a little bit. I put some Cal Mag in there and some Silicate Burst in there as well too. Hopefully that'll make a big difference. All right, this is the 4th day of our hydroponics, not 4th day, 4th week. This is 4 Saturdays right here. As you can see, the squash is growing really big, even since this morning. That looks a lot bigger than this morning when I showed it. We got one that's about to open up here. I fertilized those 2 big ones already. That one right there I haven't fertilized. Again, over here on this side, we're not seeing a whole lot of female squash, but hopefully some will show up over there. Cucumber is starting to vine here, it's climbing on up, and there's a little flower starting right there, so that's good. This one right here is doing good. And this tomato plant, I've heard that when you have that crinkling of the leaves, sometimes it's because of a moisture problem, or if it's getting too hot, it kind of turns itself over away from the heat. And it's a normal process, so they said you shouldn't do anything about it. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm really proud of what's going on so far, and everything's looking really good here. So